Hello, hello. So today I thought that I would share with you my little Ranger haul. Excuse me. And do a make or two, probably just one make with what's on my desk. So you kind of see what's on my desk. There's a little bit more out to the sides of me, and I've been working all morning. I just finished. Oh no, don't tell me I laid something on top of it. Where did it go? I just finished a hidden paperclip tag. Um, and then I got my mail. So the stickles is still drying, but this is an image from Art House Whimsy called Women in White, I think is what the, let me see if it's here. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know where I put them already. Here we go. And so it's got lots of images of women in white. And I really, really loved it. And then I printed out some more. And I need to stop it because I've just organized all my junk journaling stuff or my journaling stuff. And I've got crap everywhere. It's all kind of straightened out now. But already I'm making a new mess. So, finished that, just kind of waiting on her to dry. This was a lot of fun. I'll probably make lots more of these. Hey, Gloria. I hope you're well. I hope your family's well. Hi, Irma. Hello, Teresa. So, this is not a scheduled live. I just thought that I'd come on and share what I got. And first of all, if you don't follow Ranger on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or anything, recently Patty and Diane did a video of some stuff, and Diane recommended getting this journal versus buying the paper separately because you get 64 pages and they're huge. And I can take this off now. I was leaving it on. Um, and what do you get? Well, you get, and by the way, I put my link tree down below because I was complaining last night that nobody uses my affiliates, but I'm the lazy one who doesn't list them. So I updated my link tree and it's listed down below, and I do have a Ranger link. So this was $27, and it comes with this little inner thing, which I won't probably use it as a journal, but I'll take the pages out because these are mixed media pages. And Diane recommended just taking these pages out and using them. Hi, Jenny. So, no more complaining from me. Let's see what's in the back. Nothing in the back. Let's take this off too. So, as you know, I do some designing for Ranger, and every month when I submit my design, they give me a gift card to the shop. So, I went shopping and got this gigantic thing that's really, really heavy. And then this is what blew me away. Okay, and I've already poked these out. These are the laser cuts from 49 and Market. And the packaging looks like this. You get 4 of them. And um, even stuff you can cut out, but these all punched out and they are so pretty. And you get quite a lot. So it's $9. And there's just a ton of it in here. And it's, I can't pick it up with my fingers, but there's no white border. So if you don't like to fussy cut, consider getting the 49 in my Market laser cuts, because all you do is poke them out. They poke out really easily. You can see how intricate some of them are. Aren't they cool? I love them. Let's see here. This was just on the packaging and I cut it out because I don't like to waste anything. But you get tiny stuff and you get, this is the biggest thing, and this could be 2 cards. So we may use that today, but you just get so much. And you can keep it in these things if you want to, but I like to poke them out. I'm not sure how I'm going to store these yet. I like them stored here because I can easily look through them. But a bunch of little roses and stuff like that. And they have, different themes. These I feel like were kind of a fall theme. They probably came out last fall because they're kind of fall colors. But so we got those. Oops, I want to keep this because I don't know if I'll use these or this part. Don't know. Make a cool background all by itself. Yeah, I love 49 Market too, and so I love the laser cuts. And then I bought more of these because I couldn't find mine, and then I found them. And these are the foam applicator, I mean the felt applicators for alcohol ink, but I also like to use them to apply like lunar paste and stuff to an embossing folder because they really stay nice and flat. Like your finger is curved kind of, so you can end up getting it in the nooks and crannies, but if you use something flat, then it stays flat and it just skims the top. Hey, Vicky. And then I bought more of these because I couldn't find mine, and I found both of them before the order came in. I'm like, oh well, whatever. I'll just staple a lot of things. And then I bought the tape just because it's convenient. And you guys know I like to do mixed media stuff and I love the look of the tape. So I bought Tim's tape. And then I bought the 3 that are out now papers. And I bought the 8x8. These also come in 12x12. And I thought I'd show them to you. And then I got my tiny blending foams because I like those too. So this is the pink collection. And so I'll kind of show you what's in them. There's repeating patterns. So there's 12 papers. And this one's blank, but it's a nice heavy paper. So if you wanted to reuse it for something, you could. So we've got this nice little collage of little pictures that, could make small tags, or you can cut them out, or you can use them for a background. Totally up to you. And then the back side has all this pink correspondence kind of stuff. And then we have these alphabets with different kinds of fonts. And this is kind of more of a peach, I guess. And then a bunch of tiny tickets. Those are fun to cut out if you wanted to, and there's a bunch of them, or leave them as a background. And then this is more of the correspondence, but on the back side are these little, I don't know what these are, some sort of a game, but I don't know the game. If anybody knows the game, let me know. It reminds me of bingo, but I don't think it's bingo. Then some teeny tiny postage. And on the back side, kind of a peach colored. Is that upside down? I think it is. Well, I can't tell. No, I think this is right side up. Here's the pattern on it. Just kind of like a ornate lamp of some sort. And then we've got the maps with the pink. And more tiny postage. More bingo cards. Are these different color? No, they look like they're the same. Are they the same? But on the back side of this one, you've got this grungy paper. More tickets. And on the back side of this one, you've got these florals. You're kidding me. Hobby Lobby just clearanced out all the Tim Holtz products. These are brand new, though. They wouldn't have them. I mean, they might have them. If they clearanced them, that'd be great. And more of the maps. And more of the florals. And on the background, the alphabet. And another grungy page. And on the other side, this. So they're kind of mix match. So not all the fronts and the backs are the same. Except for this one, I think. Wait, no. Wait. Yeah, these two are the same. Okay. I don't know. I get confused. So that's the pink set. And then we've got the red set. I'm excited for the teal set and blue and yellow and some of the greens. Green is my least favorite. I do like green though. Yeah, there's usually not a lot in stock, and mostly it's the ID The ideology stuff, when I see it on clearance, it's the ideology stuff, which I have a whole lot of and never use because I don't make that many 3D projects. Okay, this is the red collection, but I have to have all of these, and because I have that thing going with Ranger, I can. Otherwise, no way I could. So I do love the red, and I know there's somebody in this room that doesn't love red, but I adore poppies especially. So red could wind up being my favorite collection. And then some alphabet cards. And then this, I do love this pattern. It's so pretty. And red tickets. And then you've got this pattern, which isn't my favorite. I don't love it, but I do love this. Yeah, I know, Gloria. Why are they getting rid of paper crafting stuff? I don't know. I guess it's just not that popular anymore, at least not locally here. Um, there's a couple that I have passed by, on Instagram or in threads or something. So more tickets, more postage, more tickets on the backside. This is really pretty. And then we've got this alphabet, and on the backside, these weird roses. These roses and that pattern. See, there's going to be a choice issue for me. Probably this will make a good little folio or something so that you can use all the paper. And then we've got this with the thing, and then more of these, and then more of the line, the strips. So there's the red crew. I think we're going to use the orange crew today, though, since my 49 and market stuff is kind of in the orange range. I am doing this instead of my dishes, by the way. They're not going to do themselves, dang it, but, you know, they won't die without me either. And here is the orange collection. And kind of orange is my color. I love orange. You know what? I love pretty much every color, some more than others. But I'm a Leo, so orange and anything having to do with fire, the warm tones. But I also love teal, and I love blue, and I love some greens, not all. I don't dig dark green. Um, that's just me, unless it has blue in it. So then tickets, and then we have this paper here, which I really like. And then some more maps. So each one of these is different. So they're not like each collection isn't exactly the same papers, only a different color. And I appreciate that. And I do love this one. And that's pretty too. Then we've got the same, those little basically tickets and invoices and things like that. And then mushrooms. That's going to be a hard one to pick between. We've got little postage, and then this floral, which is gorgeous. More of the maps. These little orange flowers, I love them, but I also love this. So, you know, more mushrooms on the other side, this pretty one. Some really bright orange background with the little collage pictures, and then 2 pages of the strips. Are they the same? Yeah, they're the same. Okay. So there's the color collections that are currently available. And I think there are going to be 12 collections. I don't know for sure. Tim? Have to, where in the heck is the top here? There we go. So with this haul, maybe I'll leave these out. Let's pick some stuff. And then, like I said, I'm going to use what's on my desk. I've been really trying to do that. And there's some trippy things on my desk. So I've got these little sentiments about creativity, and I don't know who they came from. They're printables, though I printed them. And then I took this out. This is just something my mom had on a purse that she made. And I took it off. So, but there's lots of really pretty little pheasant. No, what's this bird? It's not a pheasant. I forgot. These feathers used to be so popular, but I don't recall what bird it is. I want to say it's a pheasant. And let's get out some of the 49 and Market ephemera here. And then I'll pick the paper according to what I picked out. Okay, we've got a frame, but the frame has to go around something. We'll use the frame, one of the frames. So this I'll do this one collage style. Let's use a postage stamp. Let's get a little butterfly. And these, okay, these things. Look at that. Look at how intricate that is. I love that. No, I don't want to use that right now. Beautiful little bird. Okay, yeah, the bird's gonna go in the frame. Okay, that's all I'm gonna take out for now. Let's select some paper. Hey, Linda. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. This one's a little too busy for a greeting card, particularly unless I only use parts of it. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Oh, okay, no problem. Just don't be a hoarder. Stop being a hoarder. No hoarding. I can't. I have been hoarding tons of my, especially my 12 by 12 Tim Holtz papers, because you can hardly get them anymore. And when you do, they're pretty expensive. There's a lady in Florida that carries it in her shop, and I can't think of what the name of the shop is right now. And I got this. You guys remember the paint strips? Well, I did some experimenting with those and ended up with this kind of like homemade washi. Okay, check the wood stove for sure. And then I made some tapes. And I think this is going to be a good tape to go with it. And this is just some medical tape that I spray stained. Let's get all the distracting items out of the way. We'll keep the tape out, might use it. Okay. I'm going to start. Okay. Come here, you. Let me get a piece of that paper out. Yeah, it got really cold last night, but it's already warming up today. Now let's see if I can tear this out of here without breaking something. May have to use scissors. I don't know. I don't want to bend it up. Ah. There we go. And I only need to cut that in half. I don't even need to use the whole piece. So I had my heater on in my craft room, and I've been in here most of the day because it's cooler. And I finally shipped off the last of, well, made labels and packaged the last of my eBay stuff that I had on sale. Save that. And let's go ahead and cut this down to card front size. Let's go 5.5. Save that because again, but I don't want to 4 1/4. Now I will have to get out some stuff that's not at my desk currently because it's not at my desk. But you can use lots and lots of water on this paper, which is cool. And you know what I'll do, just in honor of Diane, I'll get out my scribble stuff. I do have to get something out. All right. These are pretty intensely colored. I don't know that I'll use much more than maybe the orange, because these are more muted colors. They're more neutral. Yeah, I'm going to just use ink. Just going to use ink. But I'll use spray stains. And I happen to have antique linen and vintage photo on my desk. So a lot of times when I finish a project, like there's this little torn piece of paper right here. Okay. I just leave them here and then I grab them and make something out of everything that's sitting on my desk. So here's a couple of teal feathers that are sitting here. Oh, here's a little label. Yeah, I get lazy, friends. I do. Here's a little piece of fabric, little piece of gauze, all this stuff just kind of piled around the outside of my desk. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to get my splat box out. And then I'll make either, if it's just a bunch of small stuff, I'll make something like that tag you saw. And the reason that I made it is because I sold like some earrings and stuff. And so I made, little backer boards for the earrings. And I had a bunch of this stuff sitting on my desk was just a heavy craft paper. And so I thought, well, let's just grab stuff that's laying around and throw it together. Yeah, still waiting on those stickles to dry. They take a while. Okay. So this stuff's supposed to handle, and this is my first try with this mixed media paper. It's supposed to handle lots of water, so let's start by getting it soaking wet. Oh, you know what, too? I have some watercolor. Hang on, I have some watercolors here at my desk, too. Okay, good. But let's start with the neutrals. And, well, I like it already. Just like that. Paper towel. I was so bummed out. I bought paper towel, but I used to buy the Viva. Sorry about that. My whole paper towel roll came down. But it's just out of budget. So I buy the cheapest ones possible because, they are getting thrown away. And I didn't realize when I bought them that they had these prints on them, which I don't want to use anywhere near food. Okay, let's give that a dry. Ouch. Burned my finger. Okay, let's see how well I can straighten it out now. Oh, it's still a little damp there on that edge. Okay, I'm gonna grab. Let's try opening it from the correct direction. I'm gonna go with the sort of neutral gold. Let's grab a paintbrush. That one I'm sure isn't clean. I forget to clean them sometimes. And water. Yeah, that brush isn't clean. I've got a little bottle of water in here. Let's get another paper towel and wipe that out. Oops, now I don't know where my paper towels flew off to. Here they are. It's just a magnet, and it doesn't have a super big surface to magnet down to. I'm just going to wipe that blue out of there. Hey, Pam. You're back in your recliner? Oh, I bet. You need a vacation from your vacation? There's still a little bit of blue on here, but I'm not mad. Let's get that nice and wet. And I think that I will just come in here and just sort of willy-nilly add this gold. And it's hard to see, but when it dries, you guys, it is very, very bright. I think I want to go a little bit over in here, a little bit over in here, and then give it a little bit of spritz. It needs a little bit of peach tone to it. Okay, no problem. I think tea dye. Now this is all curly. I should have straightened it out before I started doing this, but that's okay. I'll do it now. Dryer. Water. Water's better. Just to kind of get that, a little bit of that peach tone in there. And this paper behaves very nicely. I'm not mad at it. Need another paper towel though. Very, very wet. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to take a piece of this paper and rip. And the flowers seem to be directional, so I think I'm going to put them on this side. Let's grab the tea dye distress ink if I have some handy. I'm not sure that I do. I might have to use vintage photo, which I don't mind. I have the minis, but I have no idea where I put them. So we will use vintage photo because it's kind of my go-to anyway. Hey Peggy, hey Chow. Okay, I'm going to stick that down, but I'm only going to glue it along the edge so that I can tuck stuff up underneath if I want to. I rather like this mixed media paper quite a lot. It's not too thick. I'm looking for my glue. Where'd I put you? There you are. So we'll leave sort of a pocket in there. So I have a place to tuck things if I choose to. If I decide not to, then I'll just glue it directly down. Just stuff my little tip under there and glue it down. Make sure everything's kind of lined up there. I should probably get myself a full-size tea dye. Okay, so I want to do a little stenciling. And what do I have here handy? I have some lunar paste here on my desk. This is Gur. And let's grab a stencil. I don't know. I don't think I want that wide of a pattern. Let me find something more suitable here. Grab another favorite. Where are you? I have a favorite that's just leaves. There it is. I figured it'd be someplace close. And I'm going to grab a sticky mat, not my brand new one. Oh no, don't drop right on your face. Kind of get it straight here. Get my little tool that I just put away a few minutes ago. There you are. Let's get the cleaner one. And I like this because it's kind of a bronze color. Let's go. Oops, I got some up under there. That doesn't matter. And try not to use too much so that it dries quickly. Okay, I like that. Let's just move that aside for a minute so I can clean this off. The only thing about this stencil is it's kind of delicate. You have to make sure that you're wiping in the right direction. And yeah, it's dirty because I use it on paint and everything. I'm not selective about how I use my stencils. If I was, then I wouldn't buy them. Okay, stencil bucket. Where did my stencil bucket go? There it is. All right. Here's where we are so far. And I'm going to go ahead and dry that and let it bubble if it wants to. See if I can get this in here. Yes, I can. I remember those days of waiting at the school to pick your kids up. So this is most definitely bubbling, and I like it. I like it to bubble. So I'm trying to make it so you can see it bubble. It'll lay back down, but it gives it, when they pop, it just gives it a cool, more of a metallic texture. Particularly this color. You just don't want to sit too long in one spot so it doesn't burn your paste to pieces. Sometimes it'll blow out depending on how thick it's on there. So I'm kind of just flattening those out, and you can see that it gives it kind of a banged metal. What do you call that? Beat metal, hammered metal. That's what it's called, hammered. Beat metal, banged up metal. Okay, so I have here this. Now, sometimes when you poke these out, obviously there's a little flash left on them. You can trim that off or you can sand it off. So if you have a nail file, that works. I just happen to have this. And I'm just going to give it a little sand. Because there's a piece inside here, they don't waste any space. Now, where's that little bird? I'm going to need something back behind that. Let's see here. Here's this piece of scrap. I don't think that's going to work, though. Not big enough. Okay. No problemo. What do I have laying on my desk? Okay, I have this that I did a maybe. Let's cut that out and find out. Pencil. Hey, Paula. Oh, enjoy your nap, my friend. I don't want to waste any of this. So sometimes when I'm playing around with stencils, I will, stencil off, push off on another piece so that I can use it for something like this. Now it's going to need to be a little bit bigger, and hopefully I can erase that pencil mark. It doesn't have to be cut out perfectly because it's going to be hidden behind the frame, but and I'm not even sure I'm going to love that. Okay, where'd the frame go? Here it is. I think I'm okay with that, however. Oh, and look at the back sides of these. So they're not even white on the back, which I think is super cool. I do want to tone this down a bit. I'm just going to use whatever's on my brush and just tone that down. And the color I think that I used here is old. It's either old paper or shabby shutters, but I think it's old paper. I don't remember. And let's just give that a little bit of cracks. And this is going to need to be, yeah, I like that better with the cracks in it. Makes it look older. This needs to be aged down a little. I may have to add more ink. I get more ink on my fingers than my projects anytime. Anymore though, what I buy is what I'm going to use. No more hoarding. Okay, let's glue this on. I understand. I need to be doing my dishes. I made a Sicilian pizza last night. Oh my gosh. And the focaccia crust that I made I made it Parmesan, garlic, and Italian herb. So we are severely garliced out, and everything smells like garlic, which I'm not mad. I love garlic. Now, question is, do I want the frame tucked in, or I think I want the frame on the outside. Okay, what else do I have here? Got a little butterfly. I've got this piece right here, which that may be something I'd tuck in there. You won't even hardly see it though. And the thing is you can't tear this because it's plastic. So maybe I'll leave that out. I don't want that because it's pink. Boo. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. Ba-doo, 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 boo. Want to be able to use that scrap. Okay. Yep, I'm going to have to get out my ink. think I can use 2 parts of this, in fact. I think I want this sticking out that way. This one. I think I want this behind the bird. This is my insane process. Okay. Let's play with this tape too. I don't know. Let me see. I think there are more color schemes in here. Let me open it and find out. Hey, Vicky. Ooh. Yes. Uh-oh. All right, how do these work? Okay, there we go. Even though this is supposed to be all grungy, I kind of am picky about things being straight. Okay. Don't want that one in there. It's bothering me. I think we're going to come over here and then build out that way. I don't know. All right, let's just build this little guy and then move from there. Yeah, they are bigger. Of course, you could trim them down if you wanted. I think I'm going to use this thick black foam tape, which is not craft foam tape. I found out later. I've had it for years though, but it is sticky as all get out. And that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pull this sticky, and this way I can lay this down and then arrange it the way I want it. Little bird, little bird, little bird. How do I want him? Okay, yeah, I think I want him sticking up from there. And that's why I like to show the stuff that I get so that people, if it's something you haven't used or seen or you've looked at and wondered about, you can see. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue here on the feet, and that'll dry clear. I want to trim this down. It's too wide. I want to trim it down on this side. Oh, my paper came up because I had it only glued down. There we go. Okay. Tweezers. There you are. try not to have ideas preferring accidents. To create, you must empty yourself of every artistic thought. In order to have a real relationship with our creativity, we must take the time and care to cultivate it. Genius is essentially creative. It bears the stamp of the individual who possesses it. Oh, come on. I don't know about all that. I'm going to use this one. Why not? Oh, I've got those feathers too. This would have to go to a crafty friend. All right, thinking this through. Because I have to have ideas here, so that's why this one bothers me. Because without ideas, how would I know what to do? Tweezers. Let's see if I even like that idea. Oh yeah, I took out a postage stamp too. I do like that. Okay, glue those down. I know one thing, I'm going to be getting a lot more of those laser cut 49 in market, especially since I probably do more junk journaling or journaling. I like to call them art junk journals because, I don't always just use junk. Sometimes I, do artistic things too. I think I'll just do the middle of the butterfly here. A postage stamp. So I can kind of follow the rule of 3 with regards to collage. Although there's not really any rules. I don't like the postage stamp. Okay, wait a minute. No, I do like the stamp. I'm just not sure I like the direction it's in. Maybe I'm happy with that. Let's grab one of these feathers. Trying to grab only one. I would like to get my hands. I have a bunch of feathers around here somewhere. I just have no idea where they are. I looked for them earlier today. Because there's this lady, she dyes her feathers like turkey feathers, the white feathers, and she dyes them all sorts of colors. Okay, I think I'm happy with that composition. Ink things up. Now, will this be a greeting card? Probably not. It's probably going to be a journaling card. I don't know. So I'm not going to glue it to anything. I don't send out my cards. I'm really bad that way. So, and anyways, as I was mentioning earlier, I made pizza last night. And I've had, so far, pizza for breakfast and pizza for lunch. I don't know that I'm going to use this feather. Let's turn it down. I do kind of like it right there, though. Okay, so the trick is getting glue under it so it stays put. Did I not glue that? Yeah, I did. Hi, Sonia. Okay, I feel like I want some dimension here in this right here. So I'm going to do the little trick that I do. Grab my paintbrush. Oh no, where's my paintbrush? Where are you, mister? I may have washed it recently, which means it could be anywhere. Where are you? Come here. I don't know if this is it or not. Let's wipe off a little and then just kind of swipe around here. Just add a little bit of shading dimension there around this inner part of this frame. This isn't the right one, I can tell already. And there's what happens when your glue sticks out around. Just give that a tiny bit of dimension. It doesn't, it won't ink. A little bit of shading on this bird. All right, where's the, okay. I'm looking for my tweezers that are right in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with this. Okay. Oops, there's feather on my glue tip there. I'm going to go kind of heavy here on the glue because it's gluing down over those things right there. Just the risk you take when you're kind of just flying on the seat of flying by the seat of your pants. Just kind of hold that down for a minute. And I did not look at the time when I started here, but I'm almost finished. I think I might do a little bit of splattering. Where is my, here it is. Of course, I want to do the edges. Remind me to get tea dye ink, a big tea dye ink pad. I know I probably have the little one and I could just use the little one, but I actually prefer the bigger ones, especially in this operation. Can you see the kind of gold in there too? Just sort of peeking out. It's not in your face. want to just kind of, that's not stuck down yet, I can tell. Because it's having to stick to those surfaces. Okay. Do I want to splatter? I think not. I think I will do a little stickles on here and call it a day. And I'm going to go with these stickles right here. These are mercury glass. I don't want any in the eye. Let's go. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so I have shared with you today my little mini Ranger haul where we use some of the laser cuts from 49 and Market. This guy, this guy, this guy, and the stamp. Use some of the cello tape from Tim Holtz. So it can't be cello tape because cellos are cellos. So I don't know if it's cello. I think cello because cello like cellophane or celluloid. So anyway, we used one of those right here. Right here? Then the orange paper pack from Tim Holtz. And then the background paper was done with the Dilutions. Creative Journal paper. Let's see, what did I miss? Used a little bit of stuff on my desk. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, my Linktree is linked down below. And you can find my Ranger ink, Ranger link. Everything I got here, I got from Ranger except the printable. And of course the feather and these, little miscellaneous that I have laying around my desk that I don't clean up. I just leave to play with. If you like the video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I just messed up my thing because I touched it. Consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. And don't forget to shop from my affiliate links. And if you don't like me, shop from somebody else's so that we all can continue to buy fun stuff and share it with you. And that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, Lunar Pace. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks, Vicki. Yeah, I think it'll probably be a journaling card. Or a flip open or something like that for my journal that I'm working on building right now. You guys have a good rest of your week and see you around the rooms. Bye. Oops, I lost my place there. Here we go. Thank you, Irma. Take care.